It's October 3rd, so congratulations to all the Mean Girls fans who have waited all year. It is 10:04 in the morning, and I have just arrived in the school parking lot. There's some cars. Here's me. A little early for class, so I don't want to get out of my car. It was so foggy on the way to school today. I could not see. It was pretty dangerous. And it's cold, and I'm not wearing a jacket. But there's one in the back seat, I think, yeah. So I'll put that on when I get out of the car. I'll turn down the music. Oh man, so it's Wednesday, and like I said, it's morning. I have class. And then after class, I am going to see Brian and Cheryl and Vic. And then I'm going to see Vans for a sleepover. I think we're watching The Departed, which I think I saw that, but I believe I fell asleep during it. Also, we're watching He's Just Not That Into You, which I saw in theaters, and also Horrible Bosses, which I haven't seen yet. So I don't know how we're planning to watch 3 movies when the sleepover only starts at 7, but you know, shrug. And Thanksgiving's coming up, which doesn't mean a whole lot to me anymore, but there will be a few dinners. And Pokemon White 2 is being released on Sunday. Oh my god. And Now for Plan A was released yesterday. The Tragically Hip's new album, their first album in 3 years, so obviously so excited. I remember in 2009 when their last album, We Are the Same, came out. I was in first year, and I went with Rick to the HMV, which is now Burger King, and I was like so excited. And I mean, they had lots, but I was just like, oh my god, must get it first day. And I just looked like such a fool. I don't know, I was pretty excited. And this time I pre-ordered it on iTunes, and it came in at 11:30 the night before, so I've been listening to it. Anyway, yesterday my mom and I called my insurance company to switch the payment method over from her paying it from her credit card to me paying it from my checking account. And the guy we talked to on the phone was a fucking moron, okay? He did not know anything. And I only talked to him for the second half because I had to give him my banking information, and then he had to read me all kinds of like legal spiels, like, you know, by giving us our banking information you agree, blah blah blah. So I'm listening, and I'm like, yep. And then he said, your mom said that you guys aren't receiving the stuff in the mail, so I want to email you the temporary insurance in case you have problems getting the renewed one in the mail, and blah blah blah. And then he read this legal spiel about email and how, like, I agree that they're, it's insecure and, like, they're not liable. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I took a cryptography class, so obviously I'm an expert. I was like, in what way is it insecure? Because I feel like if it was explained to me, I would understand, and then if it was like a problem that they're having, that maybe I would consider not, doing it that way. And he's like, just your everyday risk. I'm like, that's not an answer. I'm like, no, like, in what way is it insecure? Like, what part of the process is insecure? Like, the the encryption part, like, what part is insecure? And he's like, it's just the risks you take in life every day. It's just your regular risk, and we just have to say it for legal reasons. Like, I get it, but I would like you to elaborate on how it is insecure. And he was getting so mad. He's like, it's just the risks that you take every day, and you leave your house and there are just risks. I'm like, I feel like you don't understand. I'm like, I'm asking you to tell me the details, because I've studied this in school, this is my field of study. That's not true, but, I just want to know, how is the process insecure? Because maybe he's just not taking me seriously because I'm this kid that my mom has to call, the insurance company for. And he's like, are you studying law enforcement? I'm like, no. And I told him, like, some things I do, combinatorics, cryptography. And he's like, oh, obviously I'm a good questionnaire then. Like, okay. So he wouldn't tell me, and I wasn't gonna, make him call his supervisor or whatever. I was just curious because, not that I'm, like, high on privacy or anything like that, and it's not like there would be banking information in the email, it's just would be, like, my address and stuff. And so I just let it go, and then, wait for it, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna email to you right now, I'm gonna stay on the line to make sure it goes through. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's just they're having issues, like, that the email doesn't always go through or something, I don't know. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, okay, so, blah, 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 I'm sending it to you. And it came in, he's like, okay, so there you go, like, it's, we just have to say that it's not really secure, but, like, you received it, so that's a good sign. And I'm like, wait, do you think email is like a letter that, like, if it arrives in the mail, obviously it didn't get intercepted because it, like, physically arrives at your house? Like, that's not how email works. Just because I received the email doesn't mean that any interception didn't occur and that it wasn't read or copied. I feel like you don't understand what electronics are. Like, you have no idea. Like, get off the phone with him. And then my mom's like, you were on the phone with him for an awful long time. I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, doesn't he just need your banking information? I'm like, yeah. She's like, is it just me, or was that guy a tool? I'm like, thank you. He's just an idiot. Anyway. Oh my god. So ridiculous. So there was that. Oh my god. Can you see how awful it is up there? Ugh. And I have this, like, really douchey car right beside me. I can't see if you're seeing that properly, but yeah, it's really douchey. I'm so tired. So tired. And I think that's everything that I have to say. What else is going on this week? Seeing lots of Paul, playing lots of Pokemon, trying to beat Pokemon White 1 with my team of Eevee evolutions. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanksgiving stuff. A little bit, I don't know. I never go to my family Thanksgivings. Okay, I guess I better go to class. Because it's 10:12 now and I still have to walk. Okay. I only had, like, a third of a coffee because I made coffee myself, but I've never made it for just, like, 1 cup. So I just made half of what I normally make, but that wasn't enough, and then I messed up I didn't get, like, the sugar right, and I had to use milk instead of cream because there was no cream, so it was, like, pretty awful, so, like, I only drank a little bit of it. So basically I had, like, 4 gulps of coffee, and it wasn't enough. But I have a Diet Coke in my bag. And normally I would feel weird drinking Diet Coke in the morning. Well, a little bit weird. I mean, I'd still do it. But my professor, he drinks Diet Dr. Pepper every day. He brings in a can and he, like, makes a comment about it, like a slogan or whatever. And he thinks it's really funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go to class and save seats for myself and Rick because he said he's gonna be late because his bus is running late. So, okay. I'm gonna try to upload this vlog directly. I'm not really sure how to do that. Right from my phone. This is my phone. Okay, I'm really tired. I'm sorry I'm being weird. Bye.